your first response. So today your girlfriend tells you, I'm pregnant. Like, is your first response to death? Is your what's your genuine first instinct? Like,
please don't lie, guys. Please don't lie in front of the camera, King. Please.
Can someone else start?
No, don't go, bro. It's coming this way. It's starting here.
Can it not go that way?
It's starting here.
Let's put it that way.
It's starting here.
Why is it starting here?
It's starting here.
Let's start it that way.
It's starting here.
Guys, can I just say, these two already said their part. They said, right now, I'm not ready. They already said. No, but genuinely, it's someone you care
You're
about.
going to turn into a dipper.
No, but think about it. It's someone that you genuinely care about. Put yourself in that situation. It's not just someone that you're just meeting. It's your girlfriend. One mistake.
You know, Usain Bolt has a record of 9.5. What is it? 9.5 seconds, something like that, right? 9.45. I'm going to be 8.45. No, I'm joking.
You're not joking.
I'm joking. No,
They said first instinct.
No, but I mean, obviously, first instinct is to obviously, be with them. I mean, it's my child, it's my creation, you know what I'm saying? It's my legacy. So we'll see it through.
No, I have to go back to Usain Bolt chat. Yeah. That's the first instinct for me. Yeah. If she comes to it, she tells me, no, listen, I'm pregnant now. Yeah. The first thing I'm thinking, okay, cool. So how long does it take me for me to leave this conversation right now? Yeah. And then get home. I don't need to talk to her. I could do this, I could do that. So that's what's happening in my head, right? But I think even after that first instinct, I think there's also a lot of things for us to put into perspective. Like, where's the relationship at? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Did we just meet, perhaps, and then this thing happened? But you said that she's my girlfriend, right? So granted, we've been doing this for a while. I love her. You know what I mean? So all of these things come into perspective for me. In all honesty, in that moment, I'm not thinking about a child because the child hasn't arrived yet. What I'm thinking about is, okay, am I going to stay with this person? Because when someone tells you that they're pregnant, to some degree, if you haven't matured and if your love for this person isn't at a certain level, you're just thinking about yourself in that moment to be like, okay, I'm not trying to be a dad right now, you know what I mean? But in the situation, depending on my love for her, and just over and above that, I think also personally, I come from an experience where I didn't grow up with one, you understand? So automatically, every single day, I'd wake up and find ways to run, but I just wouldn't. I just couldn't. I wouldn't do it to my kid.
Firstly, for me, abortion is a no. I can't. For me, it's gonna stay with me for my whole life. So I wouldn't consider it. If she does, it's cool with her. But I mean, yeah. So when she tells me for the first time, first thing I'm thinking about is my parents. I'm like, it's gonna be tough back at home, I'm probably gonna drop out of school, find some job. That's what I'm thinking about. How am I gonna provide for this kid, You see, so yeah, abortion, nah. I can't do it. No. I have a very loving father, fortunate enough. So, yeah, I wouldn't want my kid to feel unloved. Yeah.
I mean, slice at it. Yeah, no. Jokes aside, gents, I wouldn't. Literally, I wouldn't, because I'm also against abortion, bro. Because, imagine if it was you. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I think about. Yeah, bro. And, to be honest, no. Also, coming back to the father thing, I had a dope father. As much as growing up, having personality clashes, also, you know what I mean, and despising him, isn't this ganjalo? I actually saw this was actually a perfect journey whereby, ukukhula kwami basically, and I also want that with my child, you know what I mean, and to be honest, I wouldn't leave the kid. That's how it is.
And just to say, none of the gents here would lie and tell you that they wouldn't be afraid. That shit would scare you. Like, I think actually most men, and now I'm not speaking for men and giving them a reason, but legit, they probably even ran away just because they were scared. Like, what the hell am I going to do, bro? You know what I mean?
I tell you, most gents, there's a time whereby, like, niggas went MIA for 2 weeks. After Han just said this thing, I remember even like my brother, dog, he was like, hey, boy, I lost my shit, dog. In my mind, I'm like, nah, she's lying. After, when I get this kid, DNA test, yada, yada, this and that, you know what I mean? And, like, also, like, knowing women also, they just, it's just certain species on their own, you know what I mean? Whereby, I'm dark as a mother. Hey, zugu mayithi intakaphumela inyelo bone lapha. And in my mind I'm like, akenzala nentwana inekhanda encane ngathi stock sweet. And you're like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Then now, and imagine, boy, you've invested. You invested so much. You've conditioned doesn't things about baba. And zugu. So figure out lapha idaye ndoda I feel like yona nithabise ngawutshela ukuthi ubani awutshela ingane ukuthi ubani babayo, you know what I mean? And encountering that situation on its own, it's like kwenzakalani, you know what I mean? And it is a mind fuck. Like this way now we're thinking of popping ourselves or just numbering the whole family, you know what I mean? Not saying yeah, no, literally that's what niggas do. No, guys, there's situations whereby a woman has lied to this guy's life. Like this kid is now about 18, 19. You know what I mean? And turns out to he hasn't been your kid. Like you uyikhulisile lengane le wazi kahle ukuthi okay mfethu this is my heir. Then turns out ukuthi it's not his son. You know, like if you no, like I would say no. I'm not.
No.
Okay, I know. I'm diverting. Listen, I not that. No, but that's why. What happened to honesty?
No, bet your fight must be with the mom for lying originally, but I genuinely don't feel like the child is involved in any.
Exactly, no doubt. But that's why window yeah, because there's so much invested emotionally. I would say now I'm appropriating this thing. Would kind of genocide should happen? You know what I mean? Or femicide, yes. Like and I'm not saying that, but like what Sedi has said. For those two months or 2 weeks, whereby this person is telling you with the same fitting somewhere, somehow you channel your mind into becoming that. Exactly. Now there's no more ntwana esedi asivaya ntwana sophuza asahlangani siyazi ukuthi le 40 rand or 70 rand yotshwala yamaphampas. You understand? Like there's so many sacrifices. Like Ben has to drop out now from school because he has to work for this child. You understand? So yeah, man, that's my job.
I just have a quick question for like you guys who were saying you're against abortion, right? So what if you're with someone that is actually like pro-abortion and they fall pregnant and they're going to abort? Are you staying with her after that, or? And you're in love, yeah, you're in love, they're your partner.
So, I've had a chat like that with my ex, right? And this is my theory. So, the moment you're pregnant, right? I'll beg you, okay, you abortion. Can you please, for this 9 months, can you please, like, you know, give birth to the kid and just give the kid to me? Situation. It's not your kid. Basically, you are like a surrogate. You understand? That's my wish. And because I have a fear of having a kid with someone that I never loved. For example, yeah, that's my biggest fear. Having a kid no time at all. For example, like one night stand. You know what I mean? Shit happened. All of a sudden she's like, nah, I'm aborting. I'm like, okay, I don't accept it. I know somehow as time goes on, you're gonna come back to the kid. You know what I mean? When you're ready. Man, Nakona, this is my fight. This is what
they want to abort.
Yeah, sorry, Mara, that's why
I have a question.
But that's why, like I said, that's why I'm mina.
But later 9 months is so
And
much.
I
You're
want-
asking
yes,
for
yes,
so much.
Mamela, ngicela, and you said no, it's fine. I understand. Said he would fight. I understand. Okay, sharp. I understand. And I'm not gonna try to hold that against you. Say, I'm in it.
Are you gonna
Nah.
stay with him?
You stay with her after. That's what I'm. Yeah.
Mina, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone because this is lento ngicele yona ukuthi ngicela ungigcinele ingozi. If awukhona ukungigcinela lokho kuncane.
I feel like this becomes
Exactly.
so different because if it was the other way around, it suddenly becomes but it's your body, you get to make a choice. At which point why is it not my choice suddenly when you are the one that's against it?
I'm against, that's why I need to gonna. That's why, sorry. If it was my choice, you were gonna go straight, then do it. You understand? But if it was also my choice, and you're like, I have a kid. The fact that you're coming to me, okay, I'm pregnant, you also want my input. Marifa can tell her, yeah?
Would she tell you if she?
If she wants to abort it, because we've been dating for so long and we've had the baby chat and so on. Okay, what's your take when it comes to this? Obviously, baby, I'm not against abortion. She can take that into accountability. After that, the moment you fall pregnant, it's up to you because you understand?
So how would you feel? Then
I
3
think that's
years, 4
better.
years down the line, you find out that your girlfriend that you're about to marry had an abortion and did not tell you about it, knowing very well that you're
I
against
feel like time healed it.
Ah?
No, I feel like time can heal it.
You didn't know.
No, it's much.
Finding out now.
You
Ah,
just found
then
out
that's
now
why-
that
so
your
by
own
the-
child was already aborted before this next one is coming.
Let's stop it today.
Exactly. I'm gone, Joe, because clearly.
No, then take a struggle. You want me to tell you?
Ria.
And we speak
That's
about
why
it?
you're not being
Oh,
realistic,
that's how
Ria.
you-
It's actually dangerous because she's capable of more.
Exactly. A secret like that for
No, it's
3
not a
years.
secret. I respect your decision, and I know that you're going to tell me I can't have an abortion, but I know I'm not. You don't find out. Let's say you go to a gynae, you're trying to have a
Don't
baby.
tell me.
No, you're going to the gynae,
she doesn't
or
tell
something
you
happens, and the doctor says you find out somehow.
So you're gonna stay.
How do you deal with that situation?
I'm gone, bro.
Then
I'm gone. My father once told me that a wise man always changes his mind. That's how it is.
Wait, so she's saying
We gone.
that she doesn't tell you about,
gone.
she tells you about the pregnancy, but she knows you're going to say keep the baby. Times she knows. It's not even about, there's so many reasons for abortion,
want the
just by the
baby.
way. No, it's more, it's for most reasons.
It's not that I don't want the baby.
Listen.
Sometimes it's not about me not wanting the baby. It's about not being financially ready. It's about not being.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Other stuff,
What
but
do
also
you
listen,
mean?
listen, if it's,
How many niggas? I can tell you 60 to 70 niggas in this world. They had kids when we're not ready.
Yeah, bed. Mara mina manga
And
mithanda
then-
mina mele ngiyeke isikolo when I was
Mina, yabona,
here's the scenario. Here's the
Uzoyeka
scenario.
after 9 months of
Here's the
pregnancy.
scenario. What Melly's saying is very simple. If you are in a situation where you are not ready financially, like what you're saying, justified. Give me my child. I'm gonna make a way with my child. All that I'm asking for you to do. All that I'm asking.
But
Listen,
now
listen.
I must tell my parents. Just
You get it. So you get attached to. But my question, Anastasia, is if this is something that you generally do not want, like you don't want the kid, right? Then all that you do is you pay for the 9 months. All that I'm asking for, right? Is pay for the 9 months.
Do you know how
and I'm
much you're
gonna take care
asking
of the
for in
kid.
9 months? Do you know how much you're asking for?
Hold up, the mic is over this side. Again today.
What my whole chat, if you guys didn't hear, right, he's saying that all he's asking is that for those 9 months you
Pay
take
for
the
him
kid.
for 9 months.
What I'm saying is that you're acting like those 9 months are chips. They're chips.
That's 9 months of
If I-
you sick. That's 9 months of you risking your own life.
Literally.
Not just the baby. Your own life is at risk in those 9 months. Just for you to carry the baby.
Yes, look, the question, look, the thing is very simple. I am trading 9 months of pain and so. No, listen. I'm trading 9 months of pain and sorrow for me to have full responsibility of the child. The child comes. You don't have to do jack.
Sadie, what happens if I die when giving birth to your baby?
die.
Now what?
You don't know
genuine.
that. You literally do not know that.
What happens?
They
No.
are John.
What happens?
Google on your phone right now. Google on your phone right now.
No, genuine
You-
question.
no, seriously.
What happens? No, genuine question. I decide to listen to you. I decide to say, okay, you know what? Nyamthanda lo muntu, let me sacrifice my 9 months and carry this baby, right? And then I die when giving birth.
It's a forever thing. But I also. You
Wait. Bear with me for 9 months.
Wait. Listen. I think the guys are only thinking, okay, they're gonna be there financially. Pregnancy is not a once-off thing. Emotionally for the woman, okay, fine. So 9 months she's pregnant, and then even after birth, there's post-natal depression. You understand? It doesn't end there. So even if you give me money and okay, cool, you're gonna take the child and take care of the child.
That's why surrogacy is expensive.
You can. You understand?
Wait, you being speaking.
The emotional aspects last longer than for your way.
I'm not saying don't be against abortion, guys. Hear me out. I'm not saying don't be against abortion.
There's so many reasons why people don't want to be mothers. Maybe they're scared, or there's so many reasons. And now you are asking her to keep this baby for you. Yes. And she does. Let's say she does. Fine, she gives you the baby. As Sadi's saying, that lasts with you forever. She's going to be 18 years old, and you're always going to think about this child. And you're going to, at some point, you're probably going to be scared. You're probably going to be scared to even go, because some children reach a stage where it's like, I don't even want to meet my parents, or it's like they do, but as the parent, you're afraid because it's like, I left you, and then you have all this guilt
How are you supposed
for
to
the rest of your life, because some nigga wanted to keep, you know what you must do? Adopt! I think I think with the ladies, you're going to be haunted by the fact that, okay, cool, you have to keep this child for the man. And then even after that, you're going to have to still think, okay, cool, my child is with that man. Yes. You know, it's just going to be a forever thing. And
Listen.
You guys are too full of yourselves as men. Period. Guys, it's genuinely not about you. Guys, can I just say? I'm not saying don't be against abortion. I'm just saying in future, please reconsider before you start saying nyahamba, hai, nyamyega. Please think about what you're asking that person to do. As much as they're asking you to compromise your own morals. No!
Wait. Also, you guys are not, like you're saying, I must carry the child and then give it to you after. The narrative is changing now. I didn't just have an abortion. I've carried a child. I'm now an absent mother also. I don't want to be an absent mother. Hence, I aborted. Hence, I wanted to abort it.
I didn't want the baby.
You were going to be the mother.
I wanted to abort it so that I wasn't a mother.
I didn't have a good. This is not true, mother. Let's say I didn't have a good mother. She was the absolute worst. She was the absolute worst. Okay, mistreating me, and my whole life I've just been like, I don't want to have kids, because there are some women who are genuinely afraid to have kids because they're afraid they won't be able to give that child love, or they'll have that child feel the pain they felt. Now you're telling me to be an absent mother. Listen, I think, okay, cool, you're gonna let me carry the child and then give you the child, right? Do not expect me to be in the child's life. Don't be like, oh, she's a bad mother. No. Because I don't. No. I'm not gonna be an absent mother because I didn't want the child in the beginning. So you. No, I wouldn't.
Guys,
I would not. I wouldn't.
These people are speaking for us now. You guys. You guys are speaking for us now. Listen.
Because I didn't want the child in the first place. So out of sight, out of mind. It's that. It's out of sight.
Wait, guys. Listen.
It's really not.
Listen.
Am I messed up? I don't know. You will remember that child. I promise. Yes. It's going to be.
Whoa, cut. Tahani, relax.
I think that's why I was saying, if you make me carry the child for 9 months and I must still give birth to that child, I am leaving. Now I'm an absent mother, like I'm leaving. And same thing with if I carry the child and you say you didn't want to be there. If you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. Go. I'm keeping the child because I want to keep the child. But I can make that choice.
Yes. You understand?
I can make that choice.
You understand?
can make
But also, I understand when you guys are like 9 months, hey, what, I've made a bond with that kid. Okay, sharp, fine. As a reasonable guy, ne? Ungaza kimi is like, okay, mfethu ayikabi. Izinto sesichangeile, and I feel like I want to be part of my kid's life. Do you think I'm going to deny that?
I don't think you're going to deny it, but we're looking past the fact that both you made a decision. That's the thing with this thing. It's either your decision is not respected, or your beliefs are not respected, or mine aren't.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, momela zanumtan, ne?
I don't deny that.
But no, I'm Mamela. Meli, it's not about how you feel. Meli. Can you listen to me?
Listen.
Okay, Linda, listen. My thing is, we're not speaking about how I feel during the pregnancy. We're speaking about what you're asking me to do when you're asking me to go through that pregnancy. Sure. Yes, Bez, my mind can change through, obviously it will change, okay, for most people it will, because you develop a bond with your child. But
when they come back.
But you're asking me you're asking me to sacrifice my own life, to sacrifice something that I genuinely, it's not even about not wanting the child. That's why I think a lot of people tend to, if they end up keeping the baby for other reasons, it's not that bengampunu mntwana. It's that at that point in time, I had my own personal reasons why aborting the baby was much better than keeping the baby.
And then giving it
right? And the thing is, when you ask me to look past my own personal things, and it's not even a conversation. The thing is, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't be against abortion, right? Yeah. You have the right to your own beliefs. But can we at least speak about it? Yeah, sure. As the people that created this little infant. Sure, yeah. But at the same time, don't disregard what I'm saying.
But listen, you have the final say. Do you know that?
Yes.
Exactly. So sometimes, what's the use of talking about? No, see, that's how it is. Because.
What's your question? This is what I was going to say. As much as men that are absent are, it's a stigma or whatever, at the end of the day, the women that end up raising their children, yes, sure, they left and it's bad. Now, if I leave you and I give you the child and I say I'm not ready, it's still going to be a bad thing. Everyone's going to frown. It's going to be something that's frowned upon. How can you give birth to a baby and then not want to look after it? But at the end of the day, every single woman that managed to have a child managed to raise that child by their own self. And as much as it's not right, both of the decisions that we're making, me saying I'm not ready, sure, it's not fair for me to not create this life and what. But I have my own reasons why I'm not ready. And as a man, you have your own reasons to not be ready. And as an individual, your reasons are relevant and they're valid, ne? But
why does this conversation gear so much towards the woman and what her rights are and what she requires? So I understand the bodily implications for you, physical implications of carrying a child. But you both contributed to the kid. I've always wondered, why is it up to the woman whether the child must live or not? Exactly. Why it's up to the woman whether the child must be kept or not? Why? And on top of that, if she decides to keep it, it's also her right to fight for the man to stay even if he doesn't want. Like
that's what he was saying.
Revolves around the woman. Exactly. Why does the man not have a right to say, no, but I want my child to, Yeah, that's the question.
Can I speak quickly? Personally speaking, ne? I feel like, yeah, sure, we both contributed to the baby, but at the end of the day, it's me that's risking my life. Ne? And I'm not saying, that's why I said, I'm asking you to please have a conversation with me. And we have a genuine, civilized conversation and decide what must happen with this baby. Can we speak about pros and cons?
Is it fair for him to be emotionally and mentally affected by your
decision?
Yeah, by your decision of just saying, well, at the end of the day, I'm getting rid of the child.
It's valid.
It is very valid.
There to provide the emotional support that he will need because of the
I genuinely feel like, if I died, I lose my life because of the baby that you wanted. No, but the thing is, it's not about, guys, pregnancy is dangerous. What happens, what happens if I carry this baby? What happens if I'm just going to speak and ignore every single one of you guys. What happens if I carry this baby for 9 months and 5 months into the pregnancy that I wasn't ready to have, I miscarry? How do we deal with that?
Going to be there.
The reason why I'm not covering that part is because that part was covered. So we understood the physical implications of it.
Oh, besides physical.
The emotional implications for the man. Are you there just as you require him to understand the physical pain that comes with
Because I want a baby, bro.
going to be there?
I want a fucking baby. Ah, yeah, fuck this shit.
My pain is more than yours.
I want a baby, dog.
And because of that, because my pain is more, yes, sure, our trauma is the same, it's equal, ne? I won't lie. It's probably traumatic to not have the baby that you wanted to have. You went through your whole life believing that abortion is wrong, and then your own baby gets aborted. But that has tragic, that has traumatic implications. But Kemal fighting, man, now we need all the time.
Sacrifice.
I definitely don't have an answer to your question. But I feel like it's one of those questions where it's like, there's no answer. Because I always wonder then, why did nature give women the milk to feed the baby, and the place to keep the baby warm, and the voice to keep the baby comforted? Like, there's so many things that women have that men just don't have. Yeah, you have the sperm. Yes, you have my baby in you, and now you gave it to me. But like, I always like, it's not a question I can answer, because like, why did nature do this then? You know, that's, yeah.
That's a question.
I'm just leaving it in the air.
I also can't answer your question, miss, but I think I think also besides the besides the fact that like I'm carrying the baby also, nah, I think also the responsibility that comes with after having the child, naturally, most of the responsibility falls onto the mother. Like, as much as you can say you're a present father, you're bringing in money, you're here for playtime, I'm here to feed that child. Most of the time, I'm picking up that child.
Only like
Most
can
of
also do the
no,
same,
you
no?
can.
I
But
can
I'm
do the
saying,
same.
naturally, though,
You know.
majority of the time, most of the needs are going to happen to the child. Are going to happen to the mother. The mother is going to literally take on most of those things. You can have the choice.
Who said so?
No!
Who said so? This kid has his grandparents, grandmother.
Okay, so listen. Nah, the problem with this chat is a very simple one. Nah. We are having this conversation under the implications that when you are in a romantic relationship with someone that you love, okay, someone who you envision a family with, because I take it that we all want families, right? Or even if you don't, you are in a relationship with someone that is fertile just like you are, in the cases that you are, right? In a situation like that, responsibility takes precedence. Nah? And why I'm saying that is when you have decided that this is going to be your life partner, I'm going to begin by saying, if we all go home today and ask our parents, how many of them planned us? How many? In most cases, it was like, boom, we have a kid now. You understand? And let's now, how do we roll with the punches? Even if you look at parenting, even if you look at marriage, if you look at whatever it is, like in terms of relationship, you encounter a problem and you forget your predisposition to it. You forget me all the time. I've always, been like this or whatever. And that's why it's so important. And it's our responsibility for us lovers who get into love to lead with things like that. And say, you know what? Off the bat, I don't want a kid. And I don't want a kid from a certain time. Because my question will always be, if you are in a situation where you're sitting and you're like, I do hear you chat about, no, I don't want to risk my life, or I'm at this point in my life where I don't want to change, or I don't want to do this. We were having sex. We knew what was going to happen. We knew, we have to be maturer than that. We have to understand that, guys, everything that we do has consequences. And if we are genuinely going to be true to each other and hold each other accountable as partners, when we have a situation like this, there's a baby growing, okay? Adapt or die. Let's move. What are we doing? We're keeping this thing and let's move. Do you see? So I do hear your chat, when you speak about how much women have to bear. But I think also that narrative is being promoted because of how absent men are today, you understand? And how men are just pushing themselves away. But when you reach or when you find a man who is not absent, who is going to hold your hand during those pains? Who's going to be there when you're giving birth? He must probably he's most probably even going to pass out. We don't have a pain tolerance that you guys have. But if you find a man that is willing to say, you know what, baby, look, I'm going to hold the baby while you sleep, when you go get rest. You understand? After these 9 months, we're going to go and we're going to do a further 9 months of rehabilitation. So it's questions like that where you need to start questioning yourself and your partner to say that, like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, are we together in this, or are we looking at these things as almost I don't know, Joe. We're partners now. Let's move. How do we solve this thing and make sure that, okay, fine. And then let me make an even better example. The kid comes out and the kid has a disability. Then what? You know what I mean? Like, we need to think about things like that, where it's like the moment we commit our lives to each other, we've committed now. You know, we're together. You know, whatever comes, we're going to look from solution. What's the solution? How to make sure that this kid gets this and this and that. And then we just keep it rolling. And I can almost guarantee you all of our parents had to do the exact same thing, you know, and especially the parents that are still together today. They're still dealing with those things of like, oh, shit, she's 16 now. Now she knows men. Fuck. Okay? Who's going to have the chat? Are you going to have the chat? No, but it's not like, oh, no, me. Growing up, I've never wanted to have chats because it's just too much. No, dog, you want to have the chat? Let's have the chat. You know what I mean? So I really want to encourage not only us, but even the people at home to be more solution-based, especially when it's with someone that you love. 1, 2, be responsible, guys. You know, they always tell us, no, have sex responsibly, or things like that. That thing's a real thing. Because now that the situation's here. But because Stacey didn't lead by saying that, no, me, I want an abortion, we're going to fight now. Now we're enemies now. Now this kid grows up, you know, having a mother that hates and a father that, and then now it's just, you know what I mean? It's a problem.
In conclusion, personally, I think this is why I strongly believe that when you get into relationships, try to get into a relationship with someone who has the same belief system, the same moral standing, because this is where the problem occurs, where one person believes in one thing and the other believes in another. That creates, you're not just asking me to sacrifice, you're asking me to give up my entire moral belief system and go luena. You know what I mean? And go into something that I'm genuinely not sure about, that I don't believe in, that I don't stand with. But yeah, in conclusion, stay safe, stay responsible. Responsibility comes first. We said, be responsible. Don't do things and not know the consequences, luena. But yeah, is that all?
And the woman, if he wants the baby, you're staying for that 9 months.
I guess so.
9 months, take out the baby, then you can buy.
Also, I just think we should all just go home today and research about pregnancy and what it does to women and how it affects men as well. Let's include that. Let's actually educate ourselves on the mental effects of abortions and keeping babies on both the women and the men. Anyways, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This might just be a long episode. Click the turn on post notifications. And guys, if you have anything to say about this episode, I think a lot was said. We started from daddies versus daddies to abortion. So if you have anything to add, please add into the comments section and we will try to comments. Present fathers, if you're also, I feel like that would be a deep question to ask. Anyways, thank you guys. No, I was gonna say, if you're if any absent father is watching this, please comment if it was genuine fear that made you leave. That's what I was saying. He said the chances are he was afraid. Like, genuinely speaking, if you are an absent parent, please comment. What happened? For all you know, your child might see it and might just say, Papa Galbat or Mama Galbat. But anyways, guys, genuinely speaking, good night.
Dope.
That was hard, man.
That was fucking dope.
I think this was fun.